There's a man who had everything he wanted. She texted first. She laughed at his jokes. She told him he was different. And then, slowly, without any argument, without any warning, she stopped. Not because someone else came along, not because he did something wrong, but because he made one psychological mistake that most men never even realize they're making. This is that story, and it might be yours too. I used to do this. The moment I liked someone, I became a notification. Good morning texts, check-ins, memes, questions. I was everywhere in her phone and nowhere in her mind. I thought presence meant contact. It doesn't. Psychologically, when you flood someone's world with yourself, you remove the one thing that creates missing, your absence. You can't miss what never leaves. And here's where it gets worse. She pulled back, and I panicked. I sent more. Called when she didn't reply. Asked if I'd done something wrong. Each message I sent was proof that she was right to pull back. Because desperation isn't just unattractive, psychologically, it signals low value. And once she registers that signal, everything shifts. The attraction doesn't fade slowly. It drops. Then I learned something that changed everything. Missing someone isn't random. It's not about how much they like you. It's a psychological response triggered by one specific condition, an incomplete loop. When something valuable disappears before the mind feels satisfied, the brain keeps searching for it. Psychologists call this the Zeigarnik Effect. Your brain obsesses over unfinished things. Most men close the loop every day with texts and calls. The trick is to leave it open, so I stopped flooding. I didn't disappear. That's a different mistake. I just pulled back to a natural, grounded level. I stopped texting first every single day. I stopped being the one who always reached out. I let there be space. Real space. Not as a game, but because I genuinely got busy building something. And in that silence, something shifted. The second move is the unfinished conversation. Most people end conversations when they run out of things to say. I started ending them while they were still at their peak. Right when she was most engaged, I'd say, I'll finish that story later. I've got somewhere to be. And I'd leave. Not coldly. Just complete. With somewhere to go. And she'd be left holding an open loop. Her brain wouldn't let it go. The third move is the invisible life. I stopped narrating everything I did. I stopped posting, updating, explaining. My life became full, but private. And there's a psychological phenomenon here. Mystery amplifies desire. When she can't see everything you're doing, her imagination fills the gaps. And imagination is always more powerful than reality. She starts wondering. And wondering is just missing at the beginning. 3 days of genuine space. One unfinished story. A life that looked full even from a distance. And she texted first. Not hey, but a real message. I was just thinking about you. Whatever happened with that story, the loop was still open in her mind. I hadn't chased her back to me. The psychology had pulled her on its own. And this time, when I replied, I had value in every word. Because she'd been waiting for it. And here's the truth I want to leave you with. None of these moves work if they're performed. The pullback only creates longing if you're actually building something when you step back. The unfinished story only creates obsession if the story was genuinely interesting. The invisible life only creates mystery if the life is actually worth living. The psychology trick isn't a trick at all. It's just becoming someone worth missing. That's the whole thing. But making her miss you is only the beginning. Because once she does, she's going to test whether the man who disappeared is the same man standing in front of her now. And most men fail that test in the first 30 seconds. In part 2, I'm going to show you exactly what she does when she comes back and the one response that determines whether she stays or drifts again. You need to see this.